In this video, we will discuss how different engineers must work with persons in non-engineering related fields in order to make solar energy more economically feasible. Written by Group 30. Solar cells have been becoming a lot more efficient and cost-effective within the last few years due to engineers and non-engineers working together. This graph, taken from a research paper written by Kalkman, Bose and Bradley in 2015, shows the price of crystalline silicon photovoltaic cells against the global total solar panel installations from 2000 to 2015. As you can see, the use of solar energy has been dramatically increasing as the price of these cells decrease. Materials engineers. According to an online article entitled "The Importance of Engineers in the Solar Energy Industry," materials engineers work with several different materials to develop new solar technologies. They are also responsible for perfecting solar energy systems, assessing new materials, and finding new uses for them in the creation of solar units in order to increase efficiency and lower cost. According to Kretschmera and Wang in 2015, there have been advances in graphene-based semiconductor photocatalysts for solar energy conversion that can be attributed to the work of materials engineers. Chemical engineers. According to Professors Chang, Christophides, Hicks, Manosiosakis, and Nobe, chemical engineers work on improving the production techniques necessary to make semiconductors, which are used in more solar panels. Also, according to Chan in 2013, chemical engineers work with organic components used to develop new technology to produce solar energy. Underlying all this is the economic considerations to drive down costs to make those new technologies viable on a large scale. Mechanical engineers. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, in the solar industry, mechanical engineers mainly work on the machines used to make the solar panels. This process includes cutting materials into wafers, turning them into solar cells, and assembling these solar cells into solar panels. Mechanical engineers also design and test the electric generators and pumps that are used in concentrating solar power plants. This means that mechanical engineers design the mechanical components of solar panels. Non-engineers. Scientists are the ones who do most of the preliminary research in finding materials and dyes used in solar cells. The engineers will then work closely with them to optimize and implement the new discoveries. Mechanical engineers, for example, must work with chemists and physicists in order to understand the new concepts that they must incorporate their designs for their machines, especially when considering mechanical engineers involved with scientific research. There are also environmental scientists who use their knowledge about ecosystems to assess the impacts of solar plants on the environment. According to Hamilton in 2013, they work with all sorts of engineers, instructing them if their projects follow current environmental regulations, and by helping them reduce the environmental impact of their proposed engineering solutions when they are still in the development phase. Also, project managers are also required to work with engineers, as their role is to ensure the maximum cohesion within the different parties in the project, such as engineers or the installation workers. This comprehension of the situation is necessary for them to keep the project on track and to find ways to minimize the cost, making the project more economically interesting. Here is a list of all the references used within this presentation.